Multan is a city in Punjab, Pakistan. It is Pakistan's fifth most populous metropolitan city and has an area of 133 square kilometers. The city is located on the banks of the Chenab River. Multan is known as the City of Sufis or City of Saints and Madinat al-Awliya because of the large number of shrines and Sufi saints from the city. The city is blanketed with bazaars, mosques, shrines, and ornate tombs. It is the birthplace of Fariduddin Ganj Shaka, recognized as the first major poet of the Punjabi language. Multan is located in a bend created by 5 rivers of central Pakistan. The Sutlej River separates it from Bahawalpur and the Chenab River from Muzaffargarh, one of the oldest cities in the world dating back 6,000 years. The city has grown to become an influential political and economical center for the country, with a dry port and excellent transport links. Multan is famous for its crops: wheat, cotton and sugar cane, mangoes, citrus, guavas, and pomegranates. Government administrators who are government servants have the powers of Nazims. Multan district is spread over an area of 3,721 square kilometers, comprising 4 tehsils: Multan City, Multan Sadar, Shujabad and Jalalpur Pierwala. In 2005, Multan was reorganized as a city district composed of 6 autonomous towns: Bosan, Shahrukani Alam, Mumtazabad, Shershah, Shujabad, Jalalpur Pierwala, Multan Cantonment, Munirabad, New Multan, Kaisarabad. Demographics: Multan city had a population of 1,197,384 in the 1998 census. More than 99% of the population are Muslims. The majority of the Muslims are Sunni Hanafi, Ahle Hadith, and the minority are Shia Ithna Ashariya. The Hindu population is approximately 20,000 and the Christian community numbers 25,000. Language. History. Multan is one of the oldest cities not only in the Asian subcontinent but also in the world, dating back 6,000 years when it was known as Maloha, a cultural and trade hub between Central Asia and South Asia. According to Hindu legends, it was the capital of the Trigata kingdom at the time of the Mahabharata war, ruled by the Katik Rajput dynasty. Multan has had various names over the years. According to Hindu mythology, it was originally called Kashtpur after a Hindu sage named of Kashyapa, which is also the Gotra used by the Katik dynasty. Other names were Hanspur, Bagpur, Sanb or Sanapa. It has been postulated that the current name is derived from the Sanskrit name Mulastana, named after a sun temple. Multan has frequently been a site of conflict due to its location on a major invasion route between South Asia and Central Asia. It was conquered by Alexander the Great in 326 BC. In the mid-5th century CE, the city was attacked by a group of Hethylite nomads led by Toramana. Multan was conquered along with Sind by Muhammad bin Qasim, from the local ruler Chachavalur circa 712 AD. Following bin Qasim's conquest, the city was securely under Muslim rule, although it was in effect an independent state and most of the subjects were non-Muslim. In 965 CE, Multan was conquered by Halim B. Shaban, an Ismailid. Soon after, Multan was attacked by Mahmud of Ghazni, destabilizing the Ismaili state. Mahmud of Ghazni invaded Multan in 1005 CE, conducting a series of campaigns during which the Ismailis of Multan were massacred. In an effort to gain his allegiance, the Fatimid Ismaili Imam Caliph al-Hakim dispatched an envoy to Mahmud 2 years later. This attempt appeared to be unsuccessful and the Ghaznavids continued to attack other Ismaili strongholds in Sind to suppress any resurgence of the community in the region. In 1032 CE, Mahmud's very own vizier, Hasanak, was executed for having accepted a cloak from the Imam Caliph on suspicions that he had become an adherent of the Ismaili faith. Mahmud's purges of the region led several scholars including Stern to believe that the Ghaznavid purges of the region drove out Ismailism from the area. However, recently discovered letters dating to 1083 and 1088 demonstrate continued Ismaili activity in the region, as the Imam Caliph Mustanzir dispatched new dais to replace those who were killed in the attacks. Multan's location at the entrance to the subcontinent resulted in it being invaded by a long series of conquerors on their way to Delhi. Timur, Babur and many others passed through the city, leaving much destruction in their wake. This violence continued as when Muhammad of Ghor attacked the city and drove out the remaining Ismailis whom he deemed to be heretics. In stark contrast to his predecessor, the Ghurid Sultan, Ala al-Din, who welcomed numerous envoys from the Ismaili state of Alamut and according to the historian Justjani, gave them great reverence, following annexation to Mughal Empire in 1557 CE. At the beginning of Emperor Akbar's rule, Multan enjoyed 200 years of peace, and became known as Dar al-Aman. Akbar was known as a wise ruler, setting reasonable taxes, creating effective government and being tolerant of religious differences. Multan witnessed difficult times as Mughal rule declined in the early 1700s, starting after death of Emperor Aurangzeb in 1707. The last Naib Subardars appointed by Farrukh Shah at Multan were Khan Daman Khan Ali Asg Hariban Kartalab Khan Bahadur Shahi Qazi Ghulam Mustafa and then Aqidat Khan ibn Amir Khan. In 1747, Ahmad Shah Durrani, who was born in Multan, rose to power. This counts as beginning of Durrani Empire. He captured Multan in 1752. In 1758, the Marathas under Raghunath Rao captured Multan along with Lahore, Attic, Peshawar and Kashmir. The city was recaptured by Durrani in 1760. However, after death of Ahmad Shah Durrani in 1772, the influence of Durrani Empire declined sharply in mere 50 years. Starting at late in 1700s, Multan was ruled locally by the Pashtun Sadozai and Kogyani aka Karkwani chieftains. In 1817, Maharaja Ranjit Singh sent a body of troops to Multan under the command of Divan Bhawani Das to receive from Nawab Muzaffar Khan the tribute he owed to the Sikh Darbar. In 1818, Karak Singh and Hindu commander Divan Misr Chand armies lay around Multan without making much initial headway. Maharaja Ranjit Singh sent a large cannon named Zamzama, though in name armies was commanded by Prince Karak Singh. However, it was the military genius of Divan Misr Chand which captured Multan fort. Muzaffar Khan urged the Muslim population of Multan to fight a holy war against Sikhs and Hindus. However, the heroic tactics of Muzaffar Khan failed as Sikh armies were able to suppress the religious war of liberation of the Multan population. In the battle, Divan Misr Chand led Sikh armies to a decisive victory over Durrani general of Multan Nawab Muzaffar Khan. Muzaffar Khan and 7 of his sons were killed before the Multan fort finally fell on the 2nd of March 1818 in the Battle of Multan. The death of Durrani general Nawab Muzaffar Khan brought the death of Muslim rule in Multan. After the defeat of Muslims in 1818, Multan again came under Muslims' rule only when British Empire gave independence to Pakistan. Multan was made part of the British Raj. The British built some rail routes to the city, but its industrial capacity was never developed. The predominantly Muslim population supported Muslim League and Pakistan movement. After the independence of Pakistan in 1947, the minority Hindus and Sikhs migrated to India while the Muslim refugees from India settled in Multan. It initially lacked industry, hospitals and universities. Since then, there has been some industrial growth, and the city's population is continually growing. but the old city continues to be in a dilapidated state, and many monuments wear the effects of the warfare that has visited the city. Multan has been developed as the commercial and industrial centre of southern Punjab, as it is connected with the rest of the Pakistan through rail and air, including the other industrial hubs such as Lahore, Karachi, Gujranwala, Quetta and Faisalabad. Industries include fertilizer, cosmetics, glass manufacturing, cotton production and processing, large textile units, flour mills, sugar and oil mills, and large-scale power generation projects. It is famous for its handicrafts and cottage industries. Roughly 1,900 acres of the city is forested. The Multan International Airport is served by several international airlines. Geography and climate. The city of Multan is located in Punjab. The nearest major cities are Dera Ghazi Khan and Bahawalpur. The area around the city is a flat, alluvial plain and is ideal for agriculture, with many citrus and mango farms. There are many canals that cut across the Multan district, providing water from nearby farms. This makes the land very fertile. However, land close to the Chenab River is usually flooded in the monsoon season. Multan features an arid climate with very hot summers and mild winters. The city witnesses some of the most extreme weather in the country. The highest recorded temperature is approximately 54 degrees Celsius, and the lowest recorded temperature is approximately -1 degree Celsius. The average rainfall is roughly 186 millimeters. Dust storms are a common occurrence within the city. Economy. Multan is a commercial and industrial center, as it is connected with the rest of the country through rail and air, including the other industrial hubs such as Lahore, Karachi, Gujranwala, Quetta and Faisalabad. Industries include fertilizer, cosmetics, glass manufacturing, cotton production and processing, large textile units, flour mills, sugar and oil mills, and large-scale power generation projects. It is famous for its handicrafts and cottage industries. Roughly 1,900 acres of the city is forested. Trees grown in the area are kikar, shisham and mulberry. Large, irregular suburbs have grown outside the old walled town, and 2 satellite towns have been set up. The mangoes of Multan district are well known. Multani kusa, embroidery on dresses for women and men, furniture and other wooden products, earthenware pottery, painted pottery, camel skin ware, surgical instruments and carpets are a few of the major exports, with a great demand in the country as well. Multan is an important agricultural center. Wheat, cotton and sugar cane are the main crops grown in the district. Moreover, rice, maize, tobacco, bajra, moonge, masaur, oil seeds such as rape, mustard and sunflower are grown in minor quantities. Mangoes, citrus, guavas and pomegranate are the main fruits grown in the Multan district. Additionally, dates, jamun, pears, falsa and bananas are grown in minor quantities. The city is rich in minerals. These include argillaceous clay, coal, dolomite, fire clay, gypsum, limestone, silica and rock salt. Most of these are excavated for commercial activities and transported to other cities in the country. Many industrial factories are being inaugurated to handle the separation and quality control of these minerals. The minerals are used in dolomite processing, fire bricks, refractories, hollow glassware, insulators, capacitors and ceramics. Since Multan is agriculture-based, there is plenty of livestock growing at a positive rate, which has led to milk processing, dairy products units, ice cream manufacturing, animal and poultry feed, dairy farms, cattle, sheep, goat fattening plants, meat, poultry processing units, leather garments manufacturing, leather footwear, cosmetics, tinned goods and pharmaceuticals. Culture. Mausoleum of Shah Ukn Alam. Inside Shrine of Shah Ukn Alam. Multan Fort. Monument of Patrick Alexander Van Zagnew in Multan. Tomb of Saki Ali Akbar. Newly built art gallery at Damdama, Multan. There is a saying in Persian that Multan is the city of saints, Sufis and beggars. It is one of the main cities in the southern Punjab province of Pakistan. The city has been a focal point for many religions, in particular becoming a central abode for Sufism, the mystical side of Islam. It has attracted Sufi saints from far places of the globe. Today, Multan is known as the city of Sufis. Multan is one of the oldest cities in South Asia, with many tombs, shrines, temples, cathedrals and mausoleums, as well as Multan Fort. There is a big hustle-bustle in the old city and comforts of a five-star hotel and fine dining. The old city has bazaars selling mystical artifacts, perfumes, arts, and crafts. There are elaborately decorated shrines of the Sufi saints, tombs of travelers and important people in the old city of Multan. Major attractions of Multan are its mausoleums of Sufi saints, the mausoleum of Sheikh Bahauddin Zakaria, as well as the mausoleum of Shah Ukni Alam are prime attractions. Their domes are visible from miles and dominate the skyline. Another popular shrine is the mausoleum of Shams-ud-Din, commonly known as Shah Shamsuddin Sabswari, located about half a mile to the east of Multan Fort, on the high bank of the old bed of the Ravi River. Another famous mausoleum of a warrior Sufi saint and poet Hazrat Hafiz Muhammad Jamal Multani is near Amkhas Garden outside Daulat Gate. There are other mausoleums in the city that gather a great deal of attention. The new Aghaza tombs are shrines to martyrs and warriors who fought in wars centuries ago, some dating back 1,300 years. The Multan Museum has a vast collection of coins, medals, postage stamps of the former state of Bahawalpur, manuscripts, documented inscriptions, wood carvings, camel skin paintings, historical models and stone carvings of the Islamic and pre-Islamic periods. Multan old mosques that were once considered as the jewels of the city. Some have been dated to over 1,000 years ago and have been recognized as some of the oldest mosques in Southeast Asia. The legend goes that the first mosque ever built in Multan was the Jamia Mosque, which was constructed on the orders of General Muhammad Qasim, who conquered Multan in 712 AD. Ruins of this mosque were visible till 1954 at Kashim Bela. However, due to repeated floods, the structure was lost. Sora Mosque is supposed to be the oldest mosque which exists today. Though in deteriorating state, there are glazed blue tiles from the era when it was built that dates the mosque to several centuries ago. The second oldest mosque in Multan is Muhammad Khan Wali Mosque. It is in excellent condition, in the busiest Chowk Bazaar. It was built by Nawab Ali Muhammad Khan Karkwani in 1757 when he was the governor of Multan in the time of Alamgir II. The mosque is provided with a reservoir for ablutions, baths, and a large hall for prayers. Multan has traditionally been a melting pot of distinct ethnic groups due to its location at the intersection of all four of Pakistan's main provinces and due to its historical significance as a center of learning and culture. As a result, Multan consists of Punjabi, Baloch, Pashtun, Sindhi, Haryanvi and Urdu-speaking people. Multan is home of the Faisal Bank T20 Cup team, Multan Tigers. The city government inaugurated the new Multan Cricket Stadium, replacing Ibn Qasim Bagh Stadium, which was the lone one used for football and cricket matches. The inauguration of the new stadium has allowed the city to offer test day-night matches as well as other national sports such as hockey, badminton and football. The stadium is home to the Multan Cricket Association. Other sports grounds include Divisional Sports Ground and the Pakistan Cricket Board-owned Government College Cricket Ground. Education. In 1950, then-Governor Abdurrahman Nishtar founded Nishtar Medical College. Doctor graduates of this institution have spread across the world, and many have become established names in the field of medicine. The new Nishtar Institute of Dentistry provides dental and surgical services to Multan and the adjoining cities. It was the first education institute in Punjab, and is the only private institute recognized by HEC in Multan. Multan Public School and College is a public institution in Multan City for providing quality education to the students of Multan as well as the other southern backward areas of Multan. Multan Public School, known as a divisional public school, provides boarding facilities for the students of far-flung areas. Multan Public School has a fleet of Hino buses for pick and drop of the students. Air University Multan is a leading public sector university providing state-of-the-art higher education at affordable fee. Air University Multan Campus AUMC has established new standards of excellence in academia in southern Punjab with diverse culture of research and development in science and technology. Pakistan Institute of Engineering and Technology is the new engineering college in Multan. It offers BSc Electrical, Civil and Mechanical Engineering. The NFC Institute of Engineering and Technological Training Multan is the training center of the National Fertilizer Corporation of Pakistan. It is an engineering college serving mainly the areas of southern Punjab province. It is one of the leading institutes in chemical engineering in Pakistan. Baharuddin Zakaria University is the main source of higher education for this region. The Swedish Institute of Technology in Multan is a campus of the Swedish Group of Technical Institutes, the largest private sector organization providing technical education and vocational training in the Punjab. Multan Medical and Dental College is the only private medical institution in southern Punjab. Now more universities from federal are also opening campuses in Multan, such as Air University, NUML, and MMDC, a private medical college. Cuisine. Multan has a special dessert named Sohan Halwa. Multan's Golgappe are also very famous. Two special sweet roti, common among Multani families, are Doli roti and Busri.